It's a Sebon Podcast Show. It's a Sebon Podcast Show. Everybody's welcome. Peace and love. It's a Sebon Podcast Show. Bam, we're live.
And that we are, man. We're live. Oh, I have to re-log into my Instagram. I did double authentication. And is it gonna send me? Okay. Enter the password. Oh, here. What? Enter the password for the user Sevon Matosian to allow this. Oh, and now they send me a security code. I wonder why all of a sudden they did that. Don't share it? You didn't send me one. Can I not get to my Instagram? Confirm? Resend? Send code via SMS instead? Trust is to... Oh, here we go. 833. Okay. Good morning, guys. Jonathan, what's up? Hey, Sevon. Hey, Chris. Hey, by the way, Sevi, you're alive. You mean as opposed to not alive? Don't talk dirty to me. Okay, fine. I won't. Craig, good morning. Augustus, good morning. Sean Lenderman, good morning. Ken O'Connor, good morning. Heavy Sevi, good morning. The Real Kevin, good morning. Mark Moss, yo. Who else? Marissa Hinojosa. Marissa, hi. A lot of shoe talk in there this morning. Oh, I think I saw Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Saber, Kelly, what's up? Corey. Let's do this. I agree, but first I want to Google this word real quick before we get to the Dave Castro Weekend Review. I love the Dave Castro Weekend Review. It's so easy. Oh, did Andrew just put up a new Andrew just put up a new Instagram post. Let's see what's he got. I saw something pretty funny today. Let me see but first is my audio right? How come I can't hear anything out of my headphones? Here we go. Okay. From Andrew, the default on Instagram should be the volume's on, not off. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to CrossFit, Peter.
How's it different from a regular gym?
Do regular gyms have open garage doors where members' large dogs can charge innocent civilians?
No, I guess not.
Okay, to start, why don't you go meet the owner, Jace, over there?
Hi, I'm Peter.
Hey, man, Jace with a Y.
Yeah, I figured.
So to start out, tell me, what's your favorite kind of food?
Pizza?
Oh, man.
What?
You can't eat pizza.
Why not?
It's bad.
Why?
Because it's pretty bad for you.
Well, what makes it bad?
Oh, yeah, no, it's probably one of the worst things you can eat.
How come?
Because of the ingredients in it.
Which ones?
I mean, yeah, basically all of them.
Name one.
I mean, you said your words, pizza.
All right, I'm cutting this off right now. It's clear you're an idiot and deserve no more of my time.
Oh, Peter, you're home from CrossFit. Here, have some pizza.
Oh, you know what? Isn't that? It's very bad.
What?
Oh, wow.
Okay. The Simpsons. I wonder if I should get the Simpsons on. Do they sell a box set of the Simpsons on? I wonder if I should have my kids watch the Simpsons. My kids are about to just finish Knight Rider. My kids watched $6 Million Man, The A-Team, and Knight Rider. I wonder if they have a Simpsons DVD. Yeah, I said it. DVD box set. Do they have Simpsons DVD box set? Holy shit. Seasons 1 through 17 and season 20 for $329. Wow, that's wow. Okay. Wow. Season 3 is $5. Season 12 is $60. The box set 1 through 10 is $624. Oh my goodness. I need to get this on the black market. Oh, the new King of the Hill. No, my kids aren't going to watch King of the Hill. Simpsons complete first Simpsons season 1, $55. The Simpsons complete 5th season. No. 6 no. Season 10, no. Wow, the prices here really vary. God, how much better are the Simpsons than the Jetsons? Remember the Jetsons? I used to think I liked the Jetsons. They're not even. One of my friends has their first consult with Birthfit in a couple days. I'm pretty excited for them. Pretty excited. Another one of my friends, by the way, someone called me the other day and they said, hey, my wife's not having her. Oh, I think I told you this. My wife's not having her period. I'm like, yeah, have her call Birthfit. Sevi, how much TV do your kids watch? No judgment, just curious. Oh, yeah, no judgment, huh? No judgment, huh? No judgment, huh? I have a DVD player in my van. They watch TV on Fridays and Saturdays when the sun goes down. And I don't let them scroll through YouTube. Like, they're not allowed to, like, every once in a while they'll have friends over. Friends. And I'll catch them just watching just shit that, I don't know why, but it just irritates the shit out of me. Like, the other day I went in there some Friday or Saturday night, and they had a show on YouTube on the TV, and it was, would you rather, like, and it was like, would you rather be a millionaire, or would you rather have as many free airline tickets as you want, or something like that, and then all the kids choose. Sevi, are you wearing a victim mentality t-shirt in honor of CrossFit CPO? What's a CPO? I don't know what that is. Brady, it pisses me off when people let their kids scroll through YouTube. Only channel they can watch is the Sevon podcast, Jeffrey Birchfield. Chief person of color? Is there really a position called that? Chief person of color? Chief person. That's like the highest ranking, like, what is a person of color? What the fuck is a person? I better look that up real quick. Person of color. You know what I have that I never thought I'd have? I went on eBay and I bought Mike Huckabee's super religious alt-right. Is that what people call him? Alt-right? Super religious alt-right. But I brought his 240, I don't know what it is, 140 DVD box set on like the history of the United States for kids. And you know what's crazy funny? Speaking of color, all the DVDs, it's almost like it was made by a DEI person, because every DVD has like all the races on it. Races. I don't even know if it's races. I don't even want to use that word anymore. Race. It's ridiculous. Oh, sorry. I wanted to start the show with this. Whew. Only one cup of coffee and I'm already a mess. Okay. I saw this on Instagram today or yesterday. Oh, I saw this today. This is wild. I can't even believe this. A top cancer charity apologizes for using the word cervix instead of trans-friendly front hole. If you're so fragile that you cannot handle being reminded by a doctor that you do in fact have a cervix and you need it to be called a front hole, you're not okay, and no amount of surgery can help you be okay. Front hole? That's what they call the pussy? Front hole? Ethnicity. Yeah, ethnicity is ethnicity, like I'm Armenian, so that's my ethnicity, right? And then for the Native Americans that got raped by the Spaniards, they made up a new ethnicity for them. They call them Mexicans. 300 years ago, there weren't Mexicans, and now the giant psyop on Latins is that they got fucking raped and pillaged. The Native Americans there got raped and pillaged by they had a friendly exchange of bodily fluids with the people from the European continent, and now they're called Mexicans. I don't know. Ethnicity is a whole. I mean, what's the truth? We're all black, right? I mean, if we just want to go OG. Just black. I'm just black. What are you? I'm black. What are you? Black. I listened to so much NWA that I went through 3 cassette tapes as a kid. 3. I listened to it until the tape broke 3 times. Cruising down the street in my 6'4". So what are Mexicans if they're not Mexican? I don't fuck black. I just told you black. I mean, you can just call it. It's like what I read the other day. Palestinian was a nationality until 1964, and then they switched it to an ethnicity. So, like, I'm a Californian, right? Because I was born in California. At what point does it come from represent my geographic region to something having to do with my genetics? I don't know. Like, how many of us have to fuck each other within the state to where it's like, okay, you guys have done enough inbreeding that you're now an ethnicity? I don't know. Well, I'm going to tell my wife she married a black man. Yeah, wait till you tell your in-laws. Supposedly in-laws don't like that shit. White adjacent. I said that so white? You mean, oh, yeah, Too Short. I grew up with Too Short, too. I wanted to get into Ice-T, but there were only like 2 songs of his I liked. I didn't really like Cop Killer. I liked Colors. My in-laws love me. They'll be okay with it. Good. All right. I was thinking. Well, let's finish Front Hole real quick. This is crazy. Front Hole. I want to Google Front Hole. Front Hole. Doesn't that sound so derogatory? Oh, here it says Canadian Cancer Charity did. Oh, Politico fact. Canadian Cancer Charity did not apologize for cervix. Vox Media, Canadian Cancer Society did apologize. Oh, Front Hole is a front hole is on a golf course. It's not on a woman's body. Man, I pounded the shit out of that bitch's front hole. Heidi got her front hole just worked last night. Just crazy front hole action. Front hole. I mean, it sounds so derogatory, doesn't it? I made love to this bitch's front hole. Me and my buddies made this bitch airtight. I had the front hole. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jess. Front tail. Yeah, I think David's onto something here. Back hole. I'm okay with back hole. Back hole seems like an upgrade from anal sex. I'm a connoisseur of the back hole. Oh, Chris Beesterfield. Yeah, I'm a connoisseur of the head hole. I prefer to make love to the same hole that she speaks from. The back hole is called the pooper, not the pooter. I hope that's a typo. The dumper. The old dumper. Heidi Kroon, back hole is nice because it's gender neutral. Oh. Yeah, the anus doesn't. Yeah. If I told you guys, wow, last night I had anal, you wouldn't even know. I guess it's like when someone says bi-weekly, you don't know if they mean twice a week or twice a month. It's not very specific. And if you said you had the back hole, you wouldn't know. If you say I had anal, you don't know if you took it or received it or it's a man or a woman. It's very, very ambiguous. Let me see what the this is let's look at polity fact check. No, Canadian Cancer Charity didn't apologize for using the term cervix. Social media users are claiming Canadian Cancer Charity replaced reproductive anatomy terminology with gender reproductive anatomy terminology. Social media users are claiming the Canadian Cancer Charity replaced vagina with front hole with gender neutral language, but this misconstrues the organization's guidance for treating transgender and non-binary patients. That doesn't even make sense. On January 7th, the conservative X account libs for TikTok. How is that a conservative account? Unreal, in the order to be inclusive, Canadian Cancer Society will no longer use the term cervix. Instead, it will use the term front hole. Conservative commentator Tommy Lahren made a similar statement in a video sharing June 7th. I don't know what's dumber or more delusional, the fact that some are trying to make front hole terminology a thing, or that leading cancer charity, the Canadian Cancer Society, has apologized for not using it. Okay. At the bottom of the archive page, under a section titled Words Matter, the organization states, we recognize that many trans men and non-binary people may have mixed feelings about or feel distance from words like cervix. You may prefer other words such as front hole. Oh, so they did do it. They didn't apologize, but listen, I don't care if they apologized or not. The fact that they're calling it a front hole. Well, on men, it should be called a front hole. Anyone with a cervix can get cervical cancer. The cervix is the top of the vagina. Some trans men may call the vagina the front hole. Well, what a mess. Either way, politically. It's like this thing. Have you heard this thing where like black people can't be called racist? Okay, let's come up with a worse term for it then. It doesn't matter if they can be. It doesn't matter if you can be racist or not. You're still a fucking piece of shit for judging people and acting on it with the fact that you think the color of their skin bears nature on who they are as some fact. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't judge people by the color of their skin or by how low their pants sag. Or I'm not outruling it at all. Like if you walk into a doctor's office, he should definitely judge you by the color of your skin. You should check for the albino person's moles should definitely be checked closely for skin cancer. I'm not suggesting that. I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't use discernment and judgment. I'm not suggesting that there aren't some things that come along with certain ethnicities if you have to make a fucking or skin colors if you have to make a quick decision. If you have to choose between three immigrants, a Nigerian, a Venezuelan, and a Chinese guy to work at your I don't know, at your blood lab, you choose the Nigerian guy. Hard workers, highly educated, get along with people. Good immigrant, generally speaking. The review show is off the rails. Front hole. I love a review show because it's so easy. I don't have to prepare or do anything. You could call it a trans vagina. I don't even think you should use vagina. I think front hole just means if you're a dude and you had your cock cut off. But it just doesn't sound right if, I made love to my wife's front hole. It sounds like something a comedian would say. And it doesn't matter whether you can be racist or not if you're black or white. If you're hiring for someone to be a, I don't know, security guard for the front of your Apple store and you choose by the color of the skin, you're a fucking piece of shit. Unless you're like, you want to choose the black guy because you think he's a faster runner. Then now that's some discernment. And you're like, yeah, this security guard he's a black guy and they notoriously are more explosive in the first 200 yards. And I think he could catch the bad guys better. Then you get the black guy. But then you're not strictly judging him on the color of his skin. You're judging him based on the fact that you think black guys might be able to run faster. You may choose if you have a field of strawberries and you want them picked, you're probably not going to pick white people. You're going to pick immigrants who are hard and desperate for job and work, and so you pick the little brown people. And there's some discernment. Make sure Jason Miller. Oh, a little free lobbying for Jason Miller. Jason Miller, please make sure everyone likes my comment on Dave's video so he can read it next week. I think one-eyed pirate is okay for the penis. One-eyed pickle. Will Plummer says no one from his class failed the whatever that test is that he took for the Army or Navy or whatever he's in. The guy who got the highest score in my class is 270 pounds. He's 30. So it's easier for him to get a better score since it's age and gender biased. I think that means sex bias. Sevi, why are you burping so much this morning? I don't know. Paper Street Coffee makes you burp, I guess. Okay. I better close a bunch of these windows. If you didn't see last night's podcast, man, you're missing out. I may pivot. I may pivot from the space. I may just do power slap athletes from now on. Power slap athletes, and then I'll pick like 2 CrossFit athletes to be on the show regularly. Like I'll pick Rich Froning and Alex Guzan or Ariel Lowen. Ariel Lowen's kind of a twofer. She never comes on by herself, either like Dylan or kids with her. Adam Blakeslee, it was so late I fell asleep. It was so deep I put her ass to sleep. You know what song that's from? It was so deep I put her ass to sleep. I don't even know. It was so deep I put her ass to sleep. Lyrics, pulled out the jammy and killed the punani, and my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, put her butt to sleep. Oh, it's put her butt to sleep. Oh, it's Ice Cube. It was a good day. And my dick runs deep, so deep, put her ass to sleep. Woke her up around 1. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the Top Gun. Oh, wow. Wow. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God, I don't know, but today seems kind of odd. No barking from the dog, no smog, and mama got cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the door, thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go because I got me a drop top and I hit the switch. I can make the ass drop. I had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. And everything is all right. I got a beat from Kim and she can fuck all night. Call up my homies and I'm asking y'all, which park are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm trouble. Last week fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking niggas every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. Drove to the pad and hit the showers. Didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause yesterday them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a nigga's direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Short Dog. Oh wow, went to Short Dog's house. Is that too short? Went to Short Dog's house. They was watching Yo MTV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Took another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out, dropped her ass off, and then chirped out. Thank you. He's definitely black. Thank you. Miss, can you? Been thinking about your nose ring a lot. Waking up in the morning thinking about your nose ring, Hattie. Hattie, you know how you have the ring in there and it goes around the outside? Could you take that out and just put a stub in there? Like a nub? Just like so it doesn't go around the outside? Do you know who Punky Brewster is? Let me see. Punky Brewster. She was hot as fuck. Punky Brewster. Punky Punky Brewster. You probably don't know who that is. It was before your time. I was producing this talk show. I forget the name of it, in Los Angeles. I was a kid. I was like 20. And Punky Brewster came on. And the reason why she was on the show is because she got a breast reduction. You kind of look like Punky Brewster. I don't see any good pictures of her. Oh, Punky. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Punky. What did Heidi say? Oh, yeah. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside, yeah, good. Listen, Dixon, Miss Can You come get the Kill Taylor money? She cannot. She cannot. Hattie, just enjoy the show. You cannot. You're good. You're great. You're better than great. You're whatever the level is above great, but you cannot get it. Guess who's back? I don't know. I'm so disappointed in Eminem's woke. So bummed. Jake Chapman, Sevi, I sent Audrey the link to Sisu. Yeah, great, isn't it? Amazing. No, we do practice inclusivity, but she cannot, Jeff. She cannot. She cannot. As Dr. Seuss would say, she cannot, she will not, she shall not. She has not. She hopes not. No girl. No girl. He's undefeated against girls. Anything with a front hole gets fucking destroyed. No front holes. All right. I don't know. I'm a little stiff. I'm ready to do a podcast with my older son, Avi. He was telling me stories in the car yesterday that were so funny. Fuck, he's funny. My wife said to him the other day, I was in the I was in the bedroom the other day with my wife, and Avi was in there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go jump on the trampoline." She goes, "No, I don't want you to go out there and do that right now." And he goes, "I'm gonna do it anyway." And he walks out of the room, and I go, "Is he serious?" And she goes, "I don't know." I'm like, "You can't tell if he's serious or not?" And she goes, "No." And I go, "Is that me or you?" And she goes, "It's you. No one can ever tell if you're serious." I'm like, "That's fucking psychotic." He's so funny. Holy shit, he's so funny. I cannot believe how funny he is. Oh shit, I'd love to hear that story. You made an old woman cry today. I hope it was like because you said something passionate to her, like, "God, I'd like to lick your front hole." And she was like, "Oh my God, I haven't heard that in 30 years. Holy shit, we're 28 minutes into the show. Oh my God.
Travis here, Travis Broit. And John and Young and I always start our show on time and move quickly through the topics. And so if you don't want to dilly-dally with this crass talk, this 14-year-old sophomoric humor that appeals to the lowest common denominator, you can come over and watch us at my YouTube channel at Travis Broit YouTube. And I occasionally make appearances on the Spin broadcast. Thank you.
I don't know how he does that. I don't know how Travis he just has access. I'm gonna have to change all my passcodes. The fuck is going on here? Heidi Kroom, let's hear Dave's hole. Okay, let's do it. Okay. The Dave Castro. I don't know why my neck is tight this morning. Dave Castro Weekend Review. Oh my God, this thing is fucking long. And hey, we might not make it through this. I'm not joking. I got shit to do today. I'm wearing shorts today. I'm gonna wear shorts and a sleeveless shirt. You You guys would not believe where I'm going to go after this. You would not believe this beach I found right by my house. It's the most insane beach. Yesterday, it was me there and 20 girls in thongs and bikinis. And I was just sitting in my chair, like just watching the waves. And there was this half black, half white kid there. And he had a skimboard. And all the chicks were checking him out. And I was checking him out too. A little ripped fucking like. And he just skimboarded, and I just watched him do these crazy tricks on skimboards with occasionally girls walk. And the girls walk into the ocean, like, and they come out and they go like this, and they walk right towards me, and they've got their arms up, and they're like fixing their bathing suits and shit. It's fucking absolutely nuts. And like, I'm trying not to look, but I want to look out at the ocean because I'm trying to watch like my son surf. Nuts. Oh, the waves are crazy. The waves are crazy. The water's perfect. It's like this giant cove with no one there but Beaver, me, black dude on skimboard, and my kids surfing. It's nuts. I try not to ogle them. I'm like doing everything in my power not to ogle them. It's like they go in right where I'm sitting and they come out. Then I move my chair and then they move over there. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Hold on, I have to mute you guys for a second. Top secret. I tell that person, don't call me in the mornings. Every fucking morning, do not call me. No one's ogling me. No one's ogling me. I don't feel anyone's ogling me. I've never felt anyone ogle me. Pussy. I know. Trust me. Oh, pussy magnet. Oh, not even. I wish. But I can't even believe this beach. I can't even believe this beach. Anyway, I'm going to go there. So if this fucking Dave Castro thing runs late, I'm out. Taking Avi there. I have to put his wetsuit on him before we go there. Before we get to the I have to put his wetsuit on him before we get to the go there. I like to put it on before we get in the car. I feel like I drank too much caffeine. Oh. Oh my goodness. Jesus criminy. Oh man. I'm not even joking. Someone just texted me and said, I'm thinking about buying CrossFit. Someone just texted me that. Wow. I wonder if they're serious. And then someone else, listen to this. This lady just texted me. She has 4 beautiful girls, young girls, the 12 and under. And she said, do you and your boys want to come over swimming and skating today? They have a skate ramp, a huge skate ramp. But would that be mean if I didn't do that to my boys? My boys love these girls. Jesus criminy. Okay, I have too much shit going on. Okay. It wasn't Greg or Dana. I wish Dana would text me. Dana would fucking love me. Okay, here we go.
In review, June 17th, 2024. CrossFit.
Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend, director of the CrossFit Games, Dave Castro.
MedicalSociety.com. We just announced it last week. I'm going to read their vision from the CrossFit Medical Society.com page. CrossFit is healthcare. I'll cover that in a second. The CrossFit Medical Society is more than just a professional association. If you're familiar with the CrossFit ethos, then you know what that community. Then you know that community is integral. The unique beauty that connects us lies in the commitment to embrace community and connect with others on a human level. As a professional association focused on education and pushing the boundaries of what's possible in healthcare, We have a responsibility to connect individuals, both patients and practitioners, who embrace the CrossFit methodology. Together, we can solve problems that will change the landscape of healthcare. The time has come to leverage the knowledge of healthcare professionals, share best practices on how to use CrossFit as a prescription, arm our affiliates with resources and education, and instill self-efficacy in the greater CrossFit community to promote improved health outcomes for all. The power of the CrossFit Medical Society is rooted in what we know to work so well. Together, we can build a professional association unlike any other, based on a methodology unlike any other. The call to action is for all physicians, healthcare professionals, affiliate owners, and coaches to connect and build a healthcare community that will change the world. Additionally, the mission stands to empower the individual to regain control of their healthcare journey. The CrossFit Medical Society will serve as a platform where community members will have access to services and the ability to connect with CrossFit physicians and healthcare professionals through an interactive directory. Check it out, CrossFitMedicalSociety.com. Pretty cool effort. Really excited to be working with these guys. And then from this, there was a lot of buzz and excitement around it with some of the endemic media people out there. One of them, Fit Insider. CrossFit launches Medical Society, targets healthcare. This was an article they posted last.
I just want to say this real quick. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't understand anything Dave just said right there. That might be my fault because it's playing at 1.25 time. But I had no idea what he was talking about right there. But just so you know, the original Derelict Doctors Club, the club Greg started, the unofficial club, the CrossFit Level 1 for doctors. It was to gather doctors under what we would need Greg here to verify this, but this was my understanding of it. It was to get people together and talk about the ills of modern science, right? So just like all the shit that, like statins, most highly prescribed drug in the world, and yet they don't do what they say they're going to do, and the science around it is corrupt, and most people don't need it. To remind doctors that the level 1 is part of their CrossFit, and the CrossFit methodology and the lifestyle practice that is CrossFit should be in their toolkit in order to prescribe to people to get them better, meaning start eating right and moving, and a lot of your woes will go away. And those were the two main things. And then the third thing is to get the doctors together so that the doctors that did know this information about how fucked up the science is, and that CrossFit's a great tool in their quiver, was to get them together, because probably most people would think they were crazy thinking that, but to give them together and give them a cohort so that they didn't feel like they were crazy. So that was the premise of the original that was started by Karn Thompson under the vision of Greg Glassman. So that's the original. So whatever that other stuff that Dave said, that's the new iteration of it.
This weekend, taking movement as
and
medicine.
I think the guy who runs it, Thomas McCoy, was on this podcast. He's a good dude. And that dude, Thomas McCoy, was also a part of, he has the pedigree of being a part of Greg's group. So he was part of the original group that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm not sure what the, and then Greg and Emily Kaplan have launched something, a medical society also, I think in the same week. And I'm not sure what their vision is, or what the premise of their group is.
Mainstream.
Yeah, I would like to know if both groups agree that it's okay to call a woman's vagina a vagina, and probably not okay to call it a front hole. I mean, not that it's not okay, but it's stupid.
Be very cautious and let your spidey senses go up when you hear the movement as medicine phrase. So movement as medicine, it sounds good. It sounds like a good ethos to follow. It sounds like a good statement, but it definitely, and I learned this through Greg and his efforts, can be weaponized and used against what we even think. If you start seeing people legislate for outcomes like this, movement as medicine, what you're basically doing is taking the type of exercise or training we're doing and saying it has to be prescribed. And so that's the ugly expression, the ugly outcome, the ugly downstream effect of this phrase, movement as medicine. So when you hear that, I do understand the way Fit Insider means it, and the way even CrossFit Medical Society is saying, where did they say CrossFit is healthcare? I understand the way they're using it, but big picture, we need to understand that is not an outcome we want, where movement as medicine is taking it to this place where it can be, there can be oversight put on it to where movement needs to now be prescribed, since it's like a medicine.
So there's two things there. Dave's right on it. So Coca-Cola pushed this thing called exercise is medicine, and People thought, oh, it's a great thing. The thing, there's two bad things about it that Dave is saying. That's a baby step towards making it so that trainers have to be under one huge umbrella, and that they would become like hairstylists or plumbers or electricians, where you would start having government regulation and intervention in it. Meaning anyone who wanted to train would have to take this government course. So they're trying to make that, right? What's that called? There's a word for it. And what's interesting is Democrats and Republicans alike know that this is really bad, but lobby money fucks it up. It's why that lady in Utah, that black lady in Utah, was arrested. She was braiding people's hairs and doing cornrows in people's hairs. Not certification, mandate. No, thank you guys. I appreciate the help. God damn it. It's a term for when you regulate a group of people and force them to jump through certain hoops. Licensure. Thank you, Mason Mitchell. Again, God, Mason, you're smart. Licensure. They're trying to get licensure around it. You do not want that. And then the other thing that Coca-Cola was trying to push, thank you, Get With Programming, licensure. Heather, thank you. You do not want that. That slows everything down. That fucks up everything in the economy. And then it basically makes it so best practices are described by someone who thinks squatting below parallel is dangerous. And then the other thing is that Coca-Cola wants you to believe that you can exercise away a bad diet, and you cannot.
So again, agree with the statement on a foundational level of in terms of what they're using it to say. Fit Insider, meaning, hey, movement and training makes you not need to take medicine, and it's a better way to live rather than taking medicine. But just to reiterate, it can be taken to this higher level place with malicious intent to actually use it to regulate and oversee fundamentally what affiliate owners and trainers are doing. So if you don't take anything else from what I'm saying, just whenever you hear that phrase, understand who it's coming from and why they're saying it and what it represents and what the long-term downstream effects of that nomenclature becoming mainstream and then the outcomes of that can represent. But anyways, CrossFitMedicalSociety.com. Really excited to be working with this team. Check it out. Definitely get involved. Definitely support and pay close attention to everything they have going on. So week in review, have a lot of testing going on. I have athletes here now. We've been testing for the last couple of weeks. I'm really excited about the games. I'm really excited.
I asked Dave if I could come to his house and watch the testing. He said no. I asked him again. He said no. I asked him again. He said no.
Excited about how the testing is going relative to where we are in the process. Create a bunch of workouts. Create the intent. You create the workout. You create the intent of the workout. You create the flow. You create the schedule. And it's one thing to have it conceptually written down and put down. It's another thing to actually see it in application. And so tons of changes coming from what we are seeing the workouts actually look like and how they actually play out. So it's going well. Still a lot more testing to do, but I'm really happy with where we are currently with it. One thing I tried last week on the weekend review was I decided to do it where I look at the comments for the first time here on the weekend review and respond to them in order of the sort. There's a sort by function. And so the sort by function that I use is top comments. So I'm going to go through the comments now, starting with the top comments and then working my way down. What was the main reason for step down at semifinals? And then that comment, that was a top comment. Well, actually, it's not even ranked by top comments. Let me sort by top comments. What's interesting is it's sorted by top comments, and that's the first comment, and it has 10 thumbs up. The comment right below that has 20 thumbs up. So clearly not ranked from top down by top comments, whatever, doesn't matter. So the first comment that I see when I look at the comment page, at Lynn Mullins 4559, what was the main reason for the step down at semifinals? So the main reason for the step down at semifinals was to prevent athletes from
the main reason for step downs is I need a drum roll button. Wouldn't that be good to push there? Right there. We're gonna need a drum roll button.
when I look at the comment page at Lynn Mullins 4559. What was the main reason for the step down at semifinals? So the main reason for the step down at semifinals was to prevent athletes from rebounding and injuring their Achilles and potentially blowing their Achilles. Almost every time we've had box jump workouts where you can rebound, someone gets injured. More often than not, more often than should happen, people injure their Achilles. And throughout the history of our competitions, to include even last year at the CrossFit Games in the age group event, we had an athlete blow her Achilles on box jumps. So the point of that step down was to prevent the rebound, because if you allow the rebound, you pretty much are forcing athletes to rebound because it is so much faster than stepping up. So you can be an athlete and think, hey, I'm just going to step down to preserve myself and not potentially injure an Achilles, but everyone else is going to rebound because it's such a faster technique. So you inadvertently force people into having to rebound and then potentially having this injury. So the step down was to prevent the rebound. Also, in movements like that, box jumps or box jumping overs, you can also add the burpee, which we do. We do that a lot, and that is also for the same reason. It prevents the rebound. Now, all of that being said, I saw an athlete, and damn, I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Will
but he's
Leahy.
at the West.
Will Leahy.
He
Bill.
blew his Achilles on the final set on this. And if you look at what he was doing, it was interesting because he was stepping down for sure, but it looked like there was almost an artificial little bounce, little rebound.
I'm not going to play it here, but that is what Bill Leahy was doing. When he would step down, then he would do a little I don't know what in tennis, maybe Chris will tell you, but in tennis, when right before the guy serves the ball or right when he throws the ball up, a tennis player will do this thing. It's like a jump. I don't know what it's called. A set or something, but Bill was doing that. Every time he stepped down, then he would do a little jump and then jump. So he built in a rebound. It was a trip. And I think I was talking to J.R. Howell about it, and he said he does that too.
Added to maybe spring back up and get on top of the box, that might have been part of the reason for blowing his Achilles on that event. We never want to see athletes get injured. And so if we know we can help mitigate that through some standards like step downs, where we can, we will put them in play. So that was the reason. It sucks to still have seen someone blow their Achilles during that event. That was what we were trying to avoid.
We never want to see athletes get injured. But on the flip side of it, when there's a car crash, those seem to be the most viral videos. Or when there's a bike race and there's a 35 bike pileup, we love those videos.
At Julian Ford 3792. Hey, Dave, have you thought about charging people for better coverage for the game, similar to what Rogue did last year? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Someone else, Llamas Are Best, said no. At Lynn Jarek said yes. We may be able to pay for broadcasting if they do this. We want to see the entire field, not just who the broadcast is focused on. Good idea. I don't think we're going to do it this year. Not
If you want to pay for better coverage, go get your CEO membership now. Just go get it. And that's the way you do it. If you want to pay for better coverage, get your CEO membership. You can start watching behind the scenes from the semifinals. Simple as that.
This point, but it's definitely something.
Dear CrossFit, for $200,000 plus expenses, I will make you better coverage for the games this year. Thank you.
We should look at for the future. I like the idea. I think Rogue kind of proved it out with their event. So at Benjamin CT4. Hey, Dave, I've been doing CrossFit since June 2020. CrossFit has been the only workout regimen that I've enjoyed and I've done regularly and still do. I've supported it and you ever since. Thank you. I just want to say that I really respect you and your behavior, personality, demeanor, and overall way you have handled these videos, CrossFit, the Bible, and your responses. There might be things that we don't agree on, but I highly respect you and your opinion and how you present yourself. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Thanks.
Me too. I respect you too. I don't know if respect's the right word. I try not to use that word.
It's a lot. I didn't pay that guy to get in there and say that either, but thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate the support.
And that's a top comment, people. Top comment.
At box 59156, programming question. Hey, Dave. Hold on. Then I don't see anything else, but I see a lot of likes. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I can't expand this. Hold on. I'm trying to expand the comment. No, there's no expand. Nope. No question.
I invited Dave to come do one of these weekend reviews. Hopefully he'll take me up in the offer someday at my here at the studio, Sevon Podcast Studio, and then I could read the questions to him. I could interview him with the questions.
Sorry, re-ask it next week. It has 4 likes too. I must be doing something wrong. Hold on. Nope. There's nothing else. It just says programming question. Hey, Dave. Okay. At the Mills 13. So many interesting stories that happened this year. A Drive to Survive type Netflix series for CrossFit would be awesome. Imagine the quarterfinals drama, semifinal storyline, biggest winners and others who just missed out. Imagine the dramatics of the last workout sprints and semis to the end was covered. Covering this year's CrossFit Games, talking about all of the male and female storylines to teach the public the awesome athlete stories. Just grows the sport, and others who get in the affiliates to learn methodologies and promote healthy ways of life. Yes, I agree. Working on and have been working on for a while to try to do a Drive to Survive style show for CrossFit. Still too early to say that it's happening, but there's definitely a lot of discussions going on with some external players to pull something off like that. At Wood Chipper Fitness 8303. With the number of judging errors, that's what they did.
So let me tell you what's going to happen there. If they do something like that, what will happen is then all the outside media will be limited. What will come at the cost of all the outside media, and I'm not opposed to this, but I'm just telling you, if you get Pilgrim Films, let's say they do the Power Slap, they did the Alaskan Trucker series, I think they do Tough, the Ultimate Fighter. If you bring someone in like that, the rest of us will be very limited in what we can show you from the games. And that might not be a bad thing, but just know it comes at that cost. I mean, we can still do all the interviews beforehand. But if you try to grow it like that, it will change the trajectory of how everyone on the outside does media. So just be aware of that. But maybe it'll be overall net win for the sport. But those people, I mean, ideally they should allow both to happen. No one should be afraid of anyone's shit being taken from them. I'm never afraid. Like, who cares? There's all these people like trying to be first and scoop stuff and get this and the only person to have the footage to this. That's completely stupid. That no one wins like that. Like whoever, it doesn't work like that. But a lot of people in the media space think it does work like that. And what will happen is those people will sign a contract with CrossFit. They'll pay CrossFit, $1 million, and they'll be like, but now no one can be at the games with the lens longer than 4 inches.
I'm not saying that. Throughout the competitions.
That's why all the other sports, we don't really know anything about the athletes. Because there's such strict control over that shit. Like they've lost, there's no realness to them. Jedediah Snelson with Rogue going overseas. Do you think they'll adjust the event times to coincide with their largest audience geographically, or leave it to fit Europe? That's a good question. Good question. Augustus Link, don't be defensive, but I understand 4 inches is enough inches. Okay. All right.
And the focus on them by outside personalities. Is there any plan on changing or enhancing the requirements for games and or future competition judges? I saw High Rocks was using a counter for at least one of their events at a recent competition. Would CrossFit ever implement anything like this? So the counter, I think we should have digital counters. I think we'll get there eventually. It'll be a better visual. The counter necessarily, that isn't addressing your first issue about the judging and some of the errors that you're talking about. Additional requirements for judges, for sure. We're looking at an advanced judges course. We're looking at making that requirement for people at our competitions and potentially for some of the online stuff. So yes, we need to work better as a community, as a whole, to equip and elevate the judges, to equip the judges with the knowledge and the situations, the possible scenarios they might see at an event, to be prepared to make the right call. So yeah, continued work to be done there. Also, I saw on the High Rocks thing, I did see something was floating around where their rep counter actually wasn't working. So, technology is technology and technology breaks.
If Dave speaks at level 10, what does Joe Biden speak at? Like -20? Like you would have to open the scale up to like 0 to 100. Dave's 100 and Joe Biden's a 2. And you just get a point for showing up to the stage. It's crazy. How is it that the guy who's talking to us about fucking the CrossFit Games a billion times more articulate than the retard who's running this country? Fetterman Remember that guy, the guy who wears like sweats to like Congress? That guy talks better than Joe. Like 100 times better. And he had a stroke. It's a bizarro world.
At Mariah Hopper 37, I'm not saying we shouldn't use it either, but I'm just saying, there's.
And it's not just that Joe doesn't speak well. It's that his brain is just a giant clusterfuck. It's not like, hey, he just has a stuttering problem, or so he's just not a good speaker. It's not that. It's that we have someone who's mentally retarded at the helm. It's a bizarro world. Anyway, I got off subject here.
Pluses and minuses, and we do have rep counters actually at the games that display on the.
He talks all fucked up because his brain is mush. Like it's not just that he's unable to articulate what he sees and what he processes. It's just his processes and his observational skills are just jacked. It's just a complete mess.
On the visual at home, so there's the judges out there actually doing the judging of the athlete, and on the sidelines there's people with little clickers clicking the reps, and that's what's being shown to the fans at home. At Mariah Hopper 37, loved the Service Cup and had a lot of fun with it. Signed up for the Community RX, gave it my best. # military veteran, # go Navy. Go Navy. Yeah, I love the Service Cup too. It was a lot of fun. Those were really good workouts. I enjoyed doing them. Looking forward to doing more stuff like that for the community in the future. At Sam Valenzuela, love the keychains. Or Dave, thanks for the keychains. Glad you like the keychains. TDCmercantile.com. You can get extra virgin olive oil and little leather products that I make every now and then. I'll make some leather stuff and I'll post it to the website. The leather thing for me is just a way to clear my mind from all the CrossFit stuff and be creative and do something outside of this world. There's this thing can be all consuming, clearly, for a lot of people, even for me, it has been. So having outlets or having things to step completely away from CrossFit are not only good, but they're incredibly healthy. So like I have a few. I like doing the leather stuff.
By the way, I have one of those shirts, and the website's tdcmercantile.com. I have one of those shirts, and it is a really nice shirt. If you like I don't know. Oh, he doesn't even sell the shirts. Oh, you guys are hosed. I have one of those shirts. It is so soft. All right. View all products. Do you have the shirt on there? Oh, no shit. He doesn't even have the shirt. And if you're going to get an olive oil and you're going to dip bread in it, get the garlic infused. And if you're going to cook with it, get the giant can. 2.5 liters. And then all this shit's nice. Oh, shit. He has coasters now. I wonder why he didn't give me coaster. Belts are nice. Everything. It's all nice. And Dave hand makes all this. There's videos on his TDC Hunts, I think, Instagram account that show all that. So it's pretty cool he does that. Second coolest thing about him.
I like creating things like that. I also shoot and competitively shoot a lot. So those are some of the things I do to kind of step outside of the CrossFit world. At Mr. Bunch or Mr. Justin Birch.
You said the shirt is on there? Shirt at very bottom. Can't pick size, though. Oh, I'll say something to him. I hate to tell Dave what to do, but dog collars and leashes. Dude, he made fucking Greg a leash one time that was so fucking crazy. It was so nice. He made Greg this is years ago, a one-off leash. I bet you it would be so expensive. I bet you he'd charge $200 for it. The hardware on it was nuts. I'd never seen hardware like that. I bet you the class cost him $20.
Sorry. Dave, appreciate the weekly updates on such a wide variety of topics. Can you give us any background on any possible beef between you and John Woolley with the newly rebranded Woolley Nemeth pages? Sounds like he doesn't even know why you keep blocking. Would love to hear. I don't even know why. And I said that on a story once on my Instagram or in my story. People got mad that I did that too, that I said that. Here's the deal. There was a phase, especially when I only had my at the Dave Castro account, where that was the main account I look at. Now that I have my hunting account at TDC Hunts, where I post all my shooting and hunting stuff, I spend more time over there most of the time, almost all the time, than I do on my main account. But when I only had the main account and I spent a lot of time on the main account, if I saw people say stuff, and people get mad when I say this too, if I saw people say stuff that was rude, insulting, inappropriate, I would block them. I didn't want to see that stuff on my channel. And there's a lot of that shit on social media, and it's my channel and I can do that. So there's literally like over a period of time, there's thousands of people I blocked, and I didn't give it much thought. I just see a name and block them. He must have said something at some point, and for that, I blocked him. I have no idea what he said. Again, I've blocked thousands of people. That being said, ever since then, he's petitioned through a number of people, through various people who know me, to let him back in, and I haven't. And so it's just kind of a fun thing.
This word he used, he's petition. I really don't want to fight with John Woolley. I don't want to fight with anyone, but I don't know. I don't know if I should open this can of worms. It's I mean, it's not really, it's nothing. It's not like I think you ask John. You guys ask John. Hear his side. Barbell spin Woolley doesn't want to be unblocked by Dave. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, he probably likes it, the attention. The thing is I don't know to what extent Woolley's complained, but at one time one of his arguments is that, hey, he's an affiliate and he pays affiliate fees and he pays Dave's salary, and he should therefore have access to Dave's account. And I just feel like anyone who goes to Don or goes to anyone and like does the tattletale route, and I suspect Woolley may have done that on several occasions. I just don't to take it to that level so quickly. I just hate it. I don't know. Anyway. That being said, I am very disappointed that Woolley's big account got taken down. Complete fucking bullshit. I view it as an important and hey, I think more and more people, I think we're about to go through a phase where a bunch of people leave the CrossFit space. I don't know if a bunch, but I think some people who've been around forever, whether you like them or not, I think it's going to be sad.
At this point,
they've just had it. You know, like I think Arm & Hammer like reached a point where he's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Have going on for no other reason than to just stir him up and stir up people. But I don't have any, I can't tell you, like, I can't tell you he's done anything, like, or I can't tell you I have anything against him. I don't know much about the guy or have seen much of his content. The one thing I do know is I think his meme page at one point was not private, but it was public, but he was private. He was behind the scenes. And for some reason, like at that time, I thought it was much cooler because you didn't know who it was and they're doing funny things. And then there was a point where he had the ability, and I think my timing is right here, but I'm going to say it. And if I'm wrong, someone can tell me I'm wrong. But he had an opportunity to interview Greg and put him on his podcast. And I think Greg was his first interview. And then after that, he went public with who he was. And then it seemed to take a slant in the other direction where it was more about his personality now than kind of being behind the scenes. And so it changed at that point. And maybe that's around then is when I blocked him, or maybe it was before that, but I don't know. At Ben Tan.
Meme counts are ruined by when you know who the person is who makes it. Unless they're able to just say, fuck it. But the worst thing is when you see someone post a meme and then they justify it or apologize for it in the same thing. You're like, what? It's like just ridiculous. And so I think most people are better off just staying anonymous if they have a meme account. Unless you can just roll hard, like walk around like this.
Tanner 8797. What are your thoughts on people that are programming for the burnt out on CrossFitter? People like Matt Chan, Marcus Philly, and James Brown. They advertise a program that is not so hard on your body and will shy away from movements such as muscle.
I like what Jonathan said here. Buttery Bros have always covered different sports. Nothing new. Okay, fine.
Ups, handstand push-ups, and heavy barbell snatches. It's interesting because I've been doing CrossFit for almost 20 years, and there's like very little amount of burnout or overtraining that I'm experiencing or have ever really experienced. And I modulate intensity and I modulate the amount I train all internally, all myself. Like I'm not always 100%. Sometimes I go 70%. Why I'm saying that is Matt Chan, Marcus Philly specifically, I don't know who James Brown is, but those two were games athletes and they trained really fucking hard and they trained a lot. So I almost wonder if their own experiences with overtraining is then projected out on to the scene and said, hey, we've overtrained, we're experiencing overtraining. So now we have an option for people who want to, who might be in the same boat as they are. And if you're in the same boat as they are and you have not gone to the games, you are wrong. And what I mean by that is if you are feeling burnt out from CrossFit programming, you are overtraining and you are training the wrong way. And that is one of the reasons why we prescribe and say not to have 2 sessions, especially for the masses, in a regular class, because that type of training is going to lead to burnout. So for the people that are going to these an alternate program for people who are burnt out from CrossFit shouldn't be. I don't know what they're doing. I know what Marcus is doing. He's doing a little of that bodybuilding stuff. I don't know what Matt Chan or James Brown are doing. Shouldn't be a departure from CrossFit. It should be still functional movements executed at high intensity and with a little more emphasis on modulating and paying attention to the intensity and the amount you're training.
What about they're just pussies and they can't handle it anymore? What about that? And then they make up the excuse. It's like people who smoke cigarettes and then quit and then say they hate smoking. I think they say they hate smoking so that they won't do it again. They have to spin up a narrative when it's really like, no, dude, that shit kills you, but it's really fun. Why can't it just be that? Why can't it just be like, fuck, I just don't want to do it anymore. But it's really cool, but fuck, man, it's hard. I don't want to do shit that's that hard anymore. Why can't it just be that? Why can't it just be that? Mike McCaskey, Matt Chan's the last person I'd call a pussy. Sounds like you hold him on a pretty high pedestal. Dig Butter, I quit smoking 6 years ago and I love cigarettes. Yeah. I do not have the willpower to go to the dark place anymore. And so in order to make money, I'm going to create my own program for pussies. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone loves a good pussy workout. What'd you do today? Just on the minute, I just did, 2 muscle ups for 10 minutes. Ran on the air runner for 10 minutes. Just chilling. I switched to sandbags. I do go ruck now. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be because you don't like CrossFit or that you're burnt out. You just want more front hole workouts. You know what a pussy workout looks like, Trish. It's like here, I do them all the time. I did one yesterday. I'll tell you, this is what it looked like. I set the interval timer at 50 minutes, and I did 1 seated muscle up on the minute with a slow negative decline. Then the next minute I did 15 leg raises. Then the next minute I did 10 push-ups. And then the next minute I did 10 front squats with a 40-pound D-ball. And I do that for 50 minutes. Just a pussy workout. Just chilling. Zone 2. I did zone 2. Oh, 45 RPM assault bike is more than pussy workout. There's got to be like a level even below that. 55 is pussy. I mean, you can keep 55 for 40 minutes easy, even if you're a pussy like me. Oh, Jan is 1,000% correct. What did Jan write? Jan. I went sober for 7 years. I love drinking so much I started again. Switching to sandbags is the hallmark of pussification. I think you're right. Yes. Graciano Rubio. Yeah, Graciano Rubio only does pussy workouts. Yeah, and occasionally you'll see Graciano do like, he's like me. He's the man version of me. He does pussy workouts and then occasionally does, something in the 5-minute time domain and destroys everybody. Yeah, I think that's solid. Yeah, not for time. Yeah, exactly. Not for time. Yeah, that's me. I'm a not for time guy. That's all pussy stuff. Jesus, someone, you should sign up for a shapes class. Okay, back. Oh, I gotta go.
Shy away from movements as muscle ups, handstand push-ups, and heavy barbell snatches. Again, I think this might be some of their own bias coming into play relative to what they intensity and the amount you're training. Shy away from movements as muscle ups, handstand push-ups, and heavy barbell snatches. Again, I think this might be some of
Dude, to put handstand push-ups and muscle ups in with heavy snatches is fucking idiocy. Those are like handstand push-ups are nothing. Those are chill. That's pussy shit. And so is muscle ups. I mean, like if you have them. Like probably me and Graciano could sit around and for 24 hours in a 12-pack of Red Bull, we could do muscle ups for 24 hours. 1 on the minute for 24 hours. Ooh, I don't know if I could do that. Probably not. But you get what I'm saying. But heavy snatches is like, I mean, that's where Graciano comes out of the because there's so much athleticism there, and that's where you kind of like start like you're a quitter. You're quitting the pussy workout and you're starting to go into some other shit. David Weed, jump ship zone 2 is gay. Oh my God. Every time I finish the zone 2 workout, like I'll start a zone 2 workout and just want to suck mad cock. And then as soon as I'm done, it goes away. Yeah, it totally fulfills my gay desires. 100%.
their own bias coming into play relative to what they think in their experience in terms of their competition career has
and then here it is. This is it. Of course. Intensity is the driver of results. Want better results, give more intensity. And that's like every time I do like the once a week or once every 2 weeks that I do something that make the wheels fall off the bus. And the next morning I wake up, I'm like, holy shit, I feel incredible. So thank you, Hal.
Has their outcome from their training to what they think didn't work for them and how they do it differently now at this point and applying it to the rest of the world. None of us are like Matt Chan or Marcus Philly. None of us have been to the games. And so that part needs to be, and so none of us should have trained like them or trained like them when they were going to the games. Shying away from muscle ups, handstand pull-ups, and heavy barbell snatches. Hey, look, I'm like one of the fucking worst CrossFitters out there. Like I finished 50 percentile of the open for the main division. For my age group, about 75th percentile. I have no issue doing muscle ups. I have some issue doing handstand push-ups, but I still train them. I still work them. And heavy barbell snatches, it's all relative. So I train the barbell snatch a lot. I don't go heavy because I can't. And so all of these things are so specific to the individual that I think to just blanket avoid movements like that is wrong. And you're definitely doing a disservice if you're a CrossFitter and you care about being having the fitness level that comes with and the fitness ability that comes with CrossFit, having those movements or even having the concept of those movements and doing them scaled or doing them modified to where you're at is completely fine. And training appropriately, bringing down the intensity to the right level, scaling the movement to the right level. There's nothing wrong with those movements. And they're actually rehabilitative in nature, and they're actually good for capacity. And if you can't do a heavy snatch or handstand push-ups or muscle-ups, you have some deficiency that you're avoiding or afraid to work. Fake and open workout leak next year at Station 2 Fitness Gym. And then this last one, because I'm over 20 minutes. At Leo LVR, completed the past weekend at the Gauntlet, a local comp held by Dale King, Portsmouth Kettlebell Club in Ohio. What they're doing for their CrossFit, for their community in CrossFit is awesome, and everyone should watch a Small Town documentary. Yes, a Dale King Small Town documentary. Everyone should check it out. I've heard it's great. I have not watched it yet. He put on a competition this past weekend. It sounds like it went well. And then now last comment. At Jeff Giardina 9035, I think I just watched a 20-minute olive oil commercial and liked it. Last week wasn't a 20-minute olive oil. Maybe this is a 20-minute olive oil commercial. So definitely check out the site and purchase some extra virgin olive oil, organic extra virgin olive oil.
Yes, it's safe. It's very safe. It's so safe you wouldn't believe it. Is it safe?
How have you not bought your Matuthian yet? I don't even get it. My kids love that shit. Love it. Absolutely love it. My mom was at the house the other day and I was just looking at her teeth. My mom's 80 years old and has perfect fucking teeth. They're so nice. We went out to dinner. I didn't order any food. I had three spicy margaritas. I felt like shit the next day. I might have to just quit drinking altogether. I felt like shit the next day. God damn. Yeah, it's not a 30-minute olive oil commercial or whatever. But if you're still using fluoride, you're retarded. I just want to say, Carolyn M. Always nice to see you in the comments. She, those dogs or whatever she's hugging, she just holds those always, until she meets me. That's like her. She's like, okay, I'll only let go of these dogs the day I meet Sevon and get to hug him. Consistent intensity is for sharpening the spear. But if you're not physically a spear in life, then intensity might not be for you. I like it. Dale King, Doc Spartan, get your Matufian. Matufian, as they say in the hood.
Sourced locally from
You change the th to a f. Matufian. Toof. I knocked this bitch out. I punched him in his tooth.
Hollister. Hollister's 30 minutes up the road. Packaged locally, processed locally, all done right here. So you're getting some legit product. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Comment. And again, I'll do this next week where I just see the comments for the first time when I do the show. And if you want a comment to be addressed, give it a thumbs up so it'll bump it up on the list. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Let's just see. Let's just see some of the comments. We'll news first. Every year you have the athletes briefed on movement and flow of the test. Once those standards are announced, CrossFit should run mock heats to test capabilities of the judges. I'm looking. Shut the fuck up, Dave. Your counsel about the risks of movement in medicine are spot on. This is conceptually similar to the issue CF has been fighting off. Nutrition. Yep. It's funny all the bullshit Dave has to deal with. It's funny how anything a person will do or can be found insulting by another human. Good job, Dave. Always smiling. Okay. How about for the first event at the CrossFit Games, 1,000 burpees for time? I would watch every second thing. No, Denzel. No. Doesn't that guy look like Denzel? Dave, you think the legitimacy of the test at this year's CF Games will be lessened compared to previous years due to the majority of the events being held inside? No. Down. What's this reply? I bet he will say no. Hey, Dave, when you say that you might require judges to have advanced judges course to judge at the games, you consider paying them as... Shut it. Programming questions. Hey, Dave, enjoy the weekly videos and getting insights from you directly. Please keep them up. It is quite long, so understand if you don't have the chance to read the whole section, but love to get your thoughts on this question. Oh, fuck you. Andrew Huberman, podcast specs on antibiotics topic and muscle tears. Okay, fine. Antibiotics cause muscle tears as well. My guess is athletes who tore his muscle on the box may have been or recently been on antibiotics. Wow. I'm trying to get Leahy on the show, so let's ask him that. Hang on tight to your abilities, use it or lose it. Yep. Dave, appreciate your videos and insight each week. That being said, I believe the CrossFit Games should allow CrossFit Games athletes to compete as they see fit. Dump the step down back to allowing rebounds. I agree. Advanced judges course. Are you kidding me? Is this just a quick money grab? However many courses you make these people go through and pay to still humans making subjective decisions. How about you innovate, invest? Shut the fuck up, dude. The video is brought to you by the CrossFit Medical Society. Dave and us have no idea what they do. Broken Science Initiative for the win. Yeah, I didn't understand what the CrossFit Medical Society does either from that reading. Last week, you made a brief comment on the possibility of changing floor plans and layout at the Dickies Arena. Anything you can share about that further? Is there a possibility of turf? Give us something, Dave. Yep. Meme template incoming. First panel has a woman pointing her finger and screaming "fit" inside her. Second panel is a mischievous white cat. I don't know what that. Been loving these weekly videos and can't wait to order the Evo. I don't know what Evo is. With keeping the athlete safety in mind, why didn't y'all make them come down the rope at a certain line before jumping off? Love these weeks. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Why not? At least they cut the rope down to Dave, I do not think you realize the stepping down from 30-inch box is more a step up for Achilles injury than jumping down and landing on 2 feet from that height. You overthought it and came to the wrong conclusion. Let athletes be athletes. Don't try to slow them down. Worse, stop implementing a more dangerous movement than what you were trying to prevent. I don't know. Like, I agree with that guy, but it's like no one's ever going to be happy. So, all right. I was at Taylor. I went to the Garrett Glinton podcast yesterday. Let me just tell you guys this real quick. Into Garrett Glinton Things podcast. Glinton Things. I went to see if I can share it. I went to this. Taylor was going to be on the show, As you know, the Glenton Thing podcast has hosted the Sevon podcast when I've been unable to make it to the show. And I wanted to watch this. Taylor Self, let's talk about, but I went and watched this. Mercedes Chandler, Save the Tomboys. We are asking all of the questions. Wow, this has 1,000 views already. This is a fucking great podcast right here, this one.
All right, awesome guys. Back on Glenton Things today. We have
Oh no, not
An
this
event
one.
happens.
Not this one. Which one did I watch? I watched this one. Sorry, this one. This is a great podcast.
Awesome, dude. Jojo, listen, I know you're trying to double down.
you end up stop cutting.
So it's from oh, that chick's outfit's wild. Anyway, I recommend you go over there. Check this one out. This one's good. I think you guys will like it. It says live Colin, super awesome, FTL, and Mercedes Chandler. Pride Month reactions. So I need to go back and watch the Taylor Self one. All right. I guess that's it. At 11 a.m., Matt Souza will be here. So that's good. Let me see what Get With The Programming is doing today. What is today? Today's the 18th. Live shows. Get With The Programming doesn't have anything today. Oh, maybe they do. No, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, listen. Tomorrow they have the guy Tom, Dr. Tom McCoy, and some hot chick. Who is that? Jen Pishko. Jen Pishko and Tom McCoy will be on Get With The Programming tomorrow. And they're the Medical Society people. So, shit, that's the place to go and get all the information on what Dave was talking about. So that's tomorrow. Let's see. Barbell Spin. What's he up to? He was gone for 3 weeks. Spin has, I don't see anything scheduled. Okay, that's weird. Spin must be just snoozing. Okay. What's coffee pods and wads? Pedro's podcast. Live shows. Pedro has holy shit. Oh, Pedro has a show scheduled for 12 o'clock today. Josh Woolley, Mammoth Training. Oh, the coach of Jack Farlow and Emma Lawson. Oh, that's going to be good. That'll be today after Sousa's show at 12 p.m. So that's good. You can watch Sousa at 11 a.m. and then go over to Coffee Pods and Wads. And then on tomorrow, is that right? Tomorrow he has no, he doesn't have on Dawnfall tomorrow. Tomorrow he has Around the Whiteboard. On the 20th, he has Fikowski. How come I can't get Brent on? On the 24th, he has Dawnfall. That's going to be good. That'll be a big show. And then on January 2nd, he has Seth from Jump Ship and someone from Sentinel. I don't know if that's going to be Taylor or Bryson. Is there anyone else I forgot? Oh, Mike Halpin. Hi. It was a fun event. They give you all the POIs, and then you have to get to them to take a picture and then report back twice. Suggested is quiet. You quiet. You're on timeout for that. I don't know. Royce, finally. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Royce Carpenter became a YouTube smart. Please enjoy the behind the scenes. If you're not a CEO member, now's the time to become one. Fill those pockets with cash. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jan. I appreciate it. Hey, Jan, isn't Marcus McQueen, isn't ADCCs happening soon? I need to get that guy back on. Oh, and if you didn't see last night's show, you should really watch last night's show. It's with the Power Slap. Dana White's Power Slap super heavyweight champion was on. He was great. Yes, chatting with Ortega got you timed out. Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Please, no one talk to Jonathan Ortega. We'll get you timed out.